So tied up 8-8 going to singles. You've got to be proud of how your team played today given the conditions.
Oh my gosh, sitting the quarters and putting two rookies out, starting out with Brittany and Annie. I'm ecstatic to be where we're at right now, we made Danielle and Lizette finally got on the board. I hung with them. I have confidence in them, and they showed me something today.
That was quite a battle everyone had out there at the end. Walk us through your thoughts as you're sitting there seeing everything come up toward the end and sitting in the middle of those conditions outside.
I mean, it was so tough out there for those girls, and for them to have to play 36 holes today. But you know what? Europe has to do it too. So I was just, we've been kind of down, and we've kind of rallied at the end. And today we were kind of up, and I'm thinking, okay, is this going to switch on us? But they stayed strong, and for Brittany and Annie to get a point, right off of the bat was huge. So we're ecstatic where we are because, I think we're pretty good in singles, and we're going to – hopefully the weather will be a little better tomorrow, and we can see some really good golf from the Euros and the USA and battle for the Cup. That's what we do.
We'll open it up for questions. Raise your hand. We'll start with Randall, then Beth Ann.
Julie, when you sit two hot players, you'll always be second guessed, and then you throw out two rookies to lead off, and you could be doubly second guessed. Just tell us your thinking behind that.
Well, believe me, my whole life I'm second guessed, so I'm okay with that. I just think the quarters played twice yesterday and once today in some really tough weather, and I just felt like singles is I'm going to need them in my singles matches. Those points are very valuable, and they need some rest. I got a huge amount of faith in Brittany Altamari, and I have a huge amount of faith in Annie Park. And, Annie played alternate shot with Megan Kang, I think, and then I sat her, but she came out today, and I told her I was going to put her in the best ball. Just thought maybe that would bode better for her game because she was a little bit off with her speed on her putts, and she says, you know better than I do, so do whatever you want to do. And, they played great today. It was a true ham and egg. I don't think, one carried the other. I think they both played as a team out there. So I'm ecstatic. I got a point from them, and I got the rest of the quarters.
Beth Ann, then Brentley.
Two questions, if I may. How much do the players have an input on where they go in the singles lineup?
They have a lot of input, and I listen to them, and because I'm not playing. They're the ones that play, and I want them to feel the most comfortable. So they have a lot of input.
And then tonight, do you have a speech prepared or a motivational video or anything special?
I don't think so. We got some videos, but my team really loves music, so we put music on and we just kind of chill out. I mean, they're tired, and we get to sleep in a little bit tomorrow, so I think it'll bode well just do that instead of have someone talk.
Is there a team theme song?
No, I mean, what's really weird is I DJ'd one night and they all liked my music. I couldn't believe it. I mean, like, whose playlist is that? And I went, and they go, no way. I go, yeah. They go, we love it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing my calling.
You've got the taste to go with the moves, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't have the moves.
Oh,
but
you showed some moves.
Yeah.
Right. Brentley and then Matt and Keely. Yep.
What did you see out of Lexi's game? The three sessions that she played all with different partners, and then as the world number 3, what do you need to see out of her tomorrow in singles?
Well, I mean, Lexi's played with Christy Kerr for, ages, and, Christy didn't make the team, so I said, who do you really want to play with? And she goes, I don't really care. And I said, well, if I put you with the Cordes, she goes, that's fine. And then I said, I'm going to slide Altamari in there. She goes, I played with her in Canada, and she's great. That's fine too. So the way it worked out today, just because I kind of went a little bit outside my pods with Allie and Lizette this morning, that I needed to get Marina back out there. So I asked her, how about Marina? And she goes, I'd love to play with Marina. So that's kind of how it came about. I don't really need to see anything from her. I mean, she's the third best player in the world, and she'll be there. She'll show up.
Matt, then Keely.
Julie, last week you spoke to us about a certain wariness about playing in bad weather for 36 holes, your players. You said they may have seen it at the British Open once, but doing it at 36 would be very difficult. When you anticipated that, did you ever anticipate it being as bad as this?
Well, last week I kept looking at the weather, and I saw that man go. So I knew it was going to blow, and I saw so I knew it was going to rain. But you know what? Most of the European team, they live in Florida. It's not like they go out here and play every day. Let's tee it up today. They all live in Florida or Arizona. So yes, they grew up in this weather, but, they've gone to school and they've played over in the States for a long time. So it's not whether you're going to go out and practice in. It's not whether you're going to say, hey, it's raining and blowing 40. Do you want to go out today? It doesn't happen. But, when you have to play, you find it down in deep that, this is my job. I got to suck it up and do it. Sure, I'm sure they'd love to be playing in Spain right now, but, this is where we're at, and the crowds were fantastic. They showed up. They were still out there today. They've been amazing, for both teams. So, it's Scotland.
Keely, then Steve.
When you said that Brittany was completely fine with being paired with whomever and just saying you know best, how valuable is that to you to have your players trust you like that? Because that's not necessarily a given for a captain.
It's very valuable, and if someone comes up to me and says, I just don't really feel that comfortable with their game, with my game, I listen to that. Again, I'm not hitting the shots; they're hitting the shots. Their names on the back of their caddy jerseys, so I'm trying to put them in the best position to succeed. That's my job.
Steve?
And you went outside of your pod. What was the thinking behind that? And is this the first time in 3 captaincies that you've done that?
Yeah, it is the first time I've done that. Just because really the way the alternate shot mixed up, and then I wanted to get the Cordes a rest, but I also wanted to get Lexi out there, and I wanted to get Brittany a rest too. So all I really had was Lizette and Danielle, and they didn't really feel like they wanted to play alternate shot together. They felt like they were better at best ball, so I had to slide someone in with Lizette and then someone in with Danielle.
Right behind you, Steve, to Randall.
A follow-up to this question, but can you give us a couple of your music selections that...
Yeah, I can. Oh, I don't have my thing. Let's see. I think it was, I got from Motown to Sam Smith to Khalid to Bruno Mars to The Temptations. I got a variety of them. So I kind of mix them in, and I got the country too in there. So I kind of try to play a few great songs and then slide a country one in there.
Okay. And the follow-up is, thinking back in your career in Solheim Cups, was there a situation where a captain put you in a situation where it just showed a lot of faith in you to deliver in that and what it meant to you?
I think every captain has been very positive towards me, and I feel like I think communication's huge, especially with this group and this era. Is getting their feedback and making them feel like they're part of it, because they are. They're it. And I think maybe when I first started, it was just kind of, you're going out with her, you're going out with her, and I'm like, okay, and you just kind of dealt with it. And but I think it's kind of evolved a little bit, and I think it's very important that they're very comfortable with who they're out there with.